Hey, my name is Julia and welcome back to Abnormality. This isn't going to be the same as most other uploads, but it's something I've been thinking about for a long time and at least concerns me quite a bit. I go to a uniform school where we wear kilts and polo shirts every single day. Now, this might not sound too bad, but at least in my eyes, and I think the eyes of many other girls, kilts aren't a very cool thing, especially to wear to school. So that's what this is about, and hopefully this will be seen by our school board and stuff, because I'm hoping at least that uniform policy can be changed. Now, that's great to say, and sure, but I'm sure everyone would like some reasons. So, in the words of my little sister, this is why kilts are cold. I'm here with my sister Evelyn, and we're going to demonstrate the girls' school uniform at Pacific Academy. When you play at school, is it hard to play on the playgrounds?
Yes, kind of.
Why?
Because it's cold and I bang my knees.
Is your sweater warm?
Not really.
Not really? Do you want to go demonstrate some of your cartwheels?
Okay.
Is that hard to do in a skirt?
Very.
So we have Elijah out here now. How old are you, Eli?
10.
You're 10?
Yeah.
And what grade are you in?
5.
5?
CT.
Very specific. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've been talking to Evelyn about how her skirt makes her very cold. When you're sitting in class or playing outside, are you ever cold?
No.
No?
No.
When you play on the playground, do you ever feel like you can't move around?
Me? No.
No? Because
Not
you're...
on the playground, kind of.
Alright, well when you play in the field and you throw a football, do you feel like you can't run in your pants? Or do you feel like you can go play?
Can go do anything I want.
Talk louder.
I can do anything. I'm fine.
You're fine? Alright, Evelyn, do you ever feel like you can't go run around the field as easy?
Sometimes I can't because my skirt's short.
It definitely is short. Eli, your turn to do a couple cartwheels. Elijah, do you think the girls should be allowed to wear pants to school?
Yep. Yeah!
You don't have to shout. Why do you think they should be allowed to wear pants?
It gets cold. And
Kilts are cold.
yeah, they fall like that.
Kilts are cold. That could be
fall
the
like
new
that.
slogan. They fall like what?
That.
What does that mean? Like when they're running or moving?
Yeah, they go up when they're moving.
Oh, the
It's
kilts
like
go
if
up.
You run, you can see this going up and you can see the short.
Here, take a step back and demonstrate again. So like that. Eli, you do that too. So Evelyn, what would you rather wear to school?
I like ducks.
Probably pants like the boys have.
Yeah?
They're way warmer and better modesty with them.
You know what's a big thing at PA?
No, skirts.
Volleyball. And you know how...
Ew!
And
Have you
basketball.
seen the volleyball girls' shorts? Their butts are hanging out.
Ew!
We have shorts underneath our skirts, but some girls don't even wear them, and it's a little bit high to wear. And a kilt pin doesn't do much for modesty. The other thing that's really common, especially in high school and middle school girls, is girls like to take their kilts and they take the waistbands and they go something like this, so that by the time they're finished, they're pretty much wearing mini skirts. I don't know about you, but I don't really think that's appropriate, especially for the boys. Policy says that our kilts should go down to about our knees, and then we can wear knee socks or tights. We can wear our short shorts under our kilts, to like cover our underwear, polo shirts or a blouse, and we're allowed to wear these thin cardigan sweaters, which are actually quite itchy and very wide. So, like, it doesn't really fit many body types. Every piece of uniform fits certain body types well, and others don't. So you kind of like have some parts of your uniform that make you feel like, hey, I look decent and I'm like comfortable wearing this, and then other parts are like, I look like an idiot, or I don't feel comfortable wearing this to school. You have these girls wearing these immodest skirts. And then you have other girls who, by peer pressure, also want to roll up their skirts. But I know, at least for me personally, like, that's not very comfortable. I'm not okay with wearing a short skirt. And literally, girls with long skirts, people notice and talk about them. Look at that girl, her kilt is so long. Like, why isn't she wearing it shorter? Like, people actually get, not maybe to their face, but they get talked about because their kilts are long. Or rather, their kilts are the length they are supposed to be. And so you have these girls walking around with these mini skirts, and then you have a bunch of other girls who aren't comfortable wearing their kilt at all, because if you're a bit bigger, if you have a larger frame, some things can be controlled, but some things are like genetics. Or if you're skinny, or if you're whatever, you're not comfortable wearing that skirt. Another big thing about kilts is the mobility. I find, especially when I was younger, and for younger girls, you can't move in a skirt. You can't go play on the monkey bars because someone can be looking up your skirt. You can't play, like I used to love, grounders. Like, you can't just, or like these playground games, you can't just do it. You can't run because you're tripping on this thing, and you can't do a ton of stuff. You have to be constantly cautious of how you sit, which of course is fair. Like, you know, be conscious of how you sit, girls, in anything. Like, you can't just, you know. But that's also for everyone. I kind of interviewed my little sister. So she's 7 and in grade 2. And she wears the kind of younger kid version of a kilt. So she wears a jumper. But no longer, no warmer. It's cold. Like, half of my legs every day at school aren't covered. Does that not seem ridiculous to anybody else? Because it sure seems crazy to me. Like, last year, we had tons of snow from December all the way to, like, February, March. So 2-3 months solid of snow, freezing temperatures. It was cold. And I wore, in class every day, I used to wear a hoodie, and now we can't, of course, wear hoodies because that's even better for the girls. But I wore the skirt that hardly covered my legs. And even when I wear tights, the tights are so thin, you might as well not be wearing them. Now, I'm being a little bit sarcastic. A lot of people don't follow the code, and I can understand why they do that. I totally respect the uniform rules that are in place. I just think some of them should either be changed, and a lot of them need to be enforced. Because the whole hemline issue goes away if the hemlines are enforced. A lot of that, though, is the teachers not being able to enforce it. And students, if you're watching this and you're a student who's giving the teachers a lot of heck about stuff, like, seriously, quit it. It's not cool. The teachers are enforcing the uniform code because they're supposed to. If you go to another school, the teachers are enforcing your dress code because that's the dress code, and we don't agree with it. Most students don't agree with dress codes, but we need to listen because the rules are in place for a reason, even if we don't understand that reason. Last year, a friend and I started making a petition because, I don't know about other schools, but our school board and our teachers and stuff, well, mostly the school board, doesn't really listen to students. They only care about what the parents say. So a friend and I decided, for at least a few weeks, we went around and we're like, okay, we're going to make a petition, and we're going to talk to teachers, we're going to talk to parents, we're going to talk to students, specifically girl students and their parents, about whether they think girls should have the option of wearing their own style of uniform pants. So some of our points included Even if you would prefer to wear or have your child wear a kilt or skirt, shouldn't other students or children have the option? Kilts are cold and fly up in unmodest ways, and they make girls have to sit cautiously at all times. Young girls are often unable to participate fully in playground activities outside with their peers. Hemlines are quite frequently inappropriately high. Even if you think girls should have skirts, especially for more formal occasions, I think that's a great idea. But let us wear pants. Let girls wear pants the rest of the time, and on special occasions notify us so we can wear our skirts. Kilts on girls often have inappropriate connotations. If you don't quite know what I'm thinking about, well, maybe you shouldn't try to inform yourself, but originally men wore kilts, and they wore kilts without anything on underneath. So think about how that transpires, among other things, to girls. Girls aren't sex toys. Thank you very much. I don't want guys thinking about what's under my skirt. Another thing is that kilts, for one kilt new at our consignment at our uniform shop, is about $80, whereas pants are $50. That's a $29.50 difference. And I think my sister said it even better than I did. Kilts are cold. That's coming from someone who's 7 with sort of prompting, but kilts are cold. Like my brother said, he notices that kilts fly up. That's a 10-year-old boy noticing that girls' kilts fly up. So what about the 15, 16, 17-year-old boys? What are they noticing about kilts when they fly up? I don't want boys looking at me that way. I said before, girls aren't sex toys. We're not there dressing in our kilts and our short skirts. Like, we're not there for the boys to look at. So I want to go to school and wear something that's modest on me. Because it's not about what even dress code. Like, if dress code is getting me to wear something that I don't think is modest or comfortable, then I'm going to try to go push against that dress code. Even though I firmly believe that the dress code is there for a reason and we need to adhere to it even if we don't agree with it. Some things, if you know they're wrong enough, you really should stand up for. So that's what this is. This is kind of awareness and just sharing some of what I think about what I wear every single day. If you're new around here and if you're starting to watch my channel, I am Julia, and this is Abnormality, because life is so abnormal and we all have these crazy struggles like wearing kilts every day, and I can share with other people through film, through editing videos together and put on YouTube. If you're watching because you're on the school board and I sent this to you, tell me what you think. I hope this has challenged your beliefs and at least given you something to think about, because at the end of the day, even if you don't change your mind or agree with me, I think we can all learn something from everybody and everything, and so it's always worth thinking about. And I think that's all I have for right now, so see you next time. My name is Julia, and this is Abnormality.